Okay, trigonometry lesson 2 is cosine law. So the formula, if you're finding a side, and then you have a formula for finding an angle, and I didn't write it in here for you, so let me get that to you. Cos of A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. Okay. So SSS would mean that you would have the information of a side, and a side. You would have all three sides. So if you do that, you can find an angle. And SAS means that you have a side, then an angle, and then a side. But specifically, that angle is right between those two given sides. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this example first. So this is finding a side. Okay, so we're trying to find D. So D squared equals the other two side lengths squared. This doesn't matter the order. Minus 2 times 78 times 92 times cos of 57. So this side that you're finding would be across from that angle at the end. And then it's just filling in the other two sides into that formula. Now this is nice because you can type it all in one step. So 72 squared plus, or 78 squared plus 92 squared minus 2 times 78 times 92 times cos 57. Okay, it's all in there. Equals, so D squared is, that's D squared. Okay, but I'm not done. I don't want D squared. So now I would go square root, and then I would say square root of that answer button. So 82.04 is that side. Okay, now this one. So I'm going to use this formula. Okay, so here is what I would need to know. Whatever side, whatever angle I'm talking about, that's what side opposite of it I have to put in the subtraction spot. So here's what I do. Cos of theta, and I say to myself, across from that angle, what is that side? And I minus it. So you can see me subtracting the 9 squared. Here, I'll just write this formula here so we don't have to keep flipping back. Okay, so minus that, the across them, and then I just fill in everything else. So the rest is a 7 and a 5.9. Again, those can go 7, 5.9, and 5.97. That doesn't matter, but that 9 has to go in that spot. Okay, so this, you have to be careful. I can't just type away, because if I do this divided by that, it would only divide just with the 9, but I want all of this divided by all of that. So you can see how I'm going to type this in. I'm going to go bracket 5.9 squared plus 7 squared minus 9 squared, bracket. So I put all of that in brackets, divide it by, and then another bracket, 2 times 5.9 times 7. Okay, equals, okay, and again, as soon as you're ever finding an angle, right, this is what I have, and I want to get rid of the cos, so I would have to cos inverse. So don't forget that last one was sine inverse. This is cos inverse of that answer, and I get 88.1 degrees.